Welcome to Wake Up TV. I'm Eric Curry. We have several topics lined up for you today. We'll look at what Wake County is doing to remain the healthiest county in the state. Plus, we'll share with you details of the Wake County EMS Summer Youth Program. But first, about 1 million children across the U.S. are affected by a preventable environmental health problem known as lead poisoning. Those children exposed to lead can develop blood lead levels that are high enough to adversely impact their behavior, intelligence, and overall physical development. Through simple precautions that can be taken to protect families beforehand, detection and treatment are imperative in ensuring the mental and physical health of every child once the lead exposure is diagnosed. Joining us to talk about this important health issue is Wake County Registered Environmental Health Specialist, Lead Program Coordinator, Christy Klaus. Thank you so much for being here.
Glad to be here.
Christy, first easy question, what is lead poisoning?
Lead poisoning occurs when a child ingests lead by a variety of different means. A child can ingest lead in dust, in contaminated water, or spices and foods grown in lead-contaminated soils. For example, a child touches a windowsill that has chipped paint in a building or home that was built prior to 1978. The child gets lead paint dust on her hands and puts her hands in her mouth. This lead dust gets into the child's blood and causes an elevated blood lead level or confirmed lead poisoning.
What are the symptoms?
Symptoms are often not apparent. Symptoms include IQ loss, behavioral problems, aggressiveness, hyperactivity, constipation, diarrhea, vomiting, and in extreme cases, it could be coma, even death.
Now, you've done this a long time. What are some of the most common sources of lead poisoning?
Lead is often found in paint, and it's often will chip like this in an alligator type pattern, and it's in buildings built prior to 1978 in homes in the United States.
How are children exposed to lead?
They're exposed through ingestion, through hand-to-mouth activity. For example, a child gets lead dust by touching a windowsill or a vinyl mini blind and puts her hands in her mouth. The lead then gets into the child's bloodstream. Once
a diagnosis of lead poisoning is confirmed, what are the steps taken for treatment and prevention moving forward?
First, to remove the source of lead. For instance, it's a vinyl mini blind. Be sure to remove that vinyl mini blind and put a brand new one there. If there's still lead paint in a windowsill, put a bookcase in front of it to block the child from going over there to access that windowsill. The child should wash their hands frequently, especially if they touch the lead paint on a windowsill. They should wash their hands before eating snacks or meals, and then follow a diet rich in calcium, potassium, vitamin C, and iron, and go to your doctor's office and to get tested until your blood lead level comes down for that child.
Where can individuals find out more information about this important health issue?
They can find information on our wakegov.com website. If you type in the search box lead, the CDC has a really good website too. You can type in lead in their search window. Also, you can go to the EPA website, type in EPA/lead.
Okay, Christy Klaus with Wake County Environmental Services. Thank you so much for being here. When we return, we'll learn more about a new property acquired by Wake County's open space program. Stay tuned.